Cool, cool. Local Joe, thanks for being here all the time. Achin did not miss this one, of course. It's interesting. The names on Twitch is definitely different than the names most of people have on Discord, so it's hard for me to know which one is which. Okay, yeah, someone is looking for bounty hunting and get paid in module. Sure, that's a good idea. We have planned for it. All right. Moshi, I hear you, but the volume is at max for me. Maybe get closer to the microphone. Honestly, I'm afraid I'm going to chew the microphone if I get closer to that. But yeah, thank you. All right. Okay. That was the 2 minutes. Good enough. Well, thank you everyone. I'm really excited to say again that Enviro is released actually. It's ready and it's ready to use for every one of you, regardless if you have Enviro Pass or if you do not have. If you are not even into NFT and crypto, we will have a tier zero. I'm going to show that to you. We are going to have a tier zero that allows you without any sign up, any login, anything, just hop in and start trying the Enviro. Okay, so after this session is over, we are going to put an announcement and we'll give you a proper link to download. There are different links out there. Just don't click on all of them and just wait for me to give you the final and actual download link. You just simply go and download it. It would be something like this. That's the page you're going to see. Everyone can see this properly, right? Okay, hey yo. Okay, I assume yes. Okay, yes. So basically, that would be a very simplified page. It tells you the application needs 20 gigabytes on your hard drive, and it's in zip format, and that's just one file to download. 20 gigabytes means you need at least 40, 50 gigabytes on your hard drive, storage drive, because it needs to be uncompressed. It's a compressed format, it's a zip file. And then after you uncompress it, you can safely delete it. And what it looks like is when you download it, it's going to be something like this. Just a zip file. Right click, extract file, choose the location you want to extract it, and then get into the folders. There's a folder there called Enviro Beta V100. That's the first beta release. And you don't need to do anything here. All you have to do is double click on this Enviro exe file, only on that one. And in some cases, it might ask you to install some dependencies like C++ 2008 or 18 or stuff like that. That takes a second or minute. That's a requirement for running any game application that is being built using Unreal Engine. But most of you, based on the recent updates of Windows, you might already have it, so you won't even see it. That's all. You just double click on this and you are going to see this. That's Enviro window. So there is no installation is needed. It's just like you download things and it's they call it compiled, means that everything is just there. You have to double click and start using this. Perfect. Here you see Enviro, you see the version number. This version number in the future updates are going to change incrementally, and you just have to take a close look at this when we release the latest. You can of course quit the application. This is from here. It's it's a very simplified game, I would say. Everything should be clear. You can connect your wallet and select the tiers that you have and start experimenting the tiers you own, or if you don't even have an Enviro Pass yet, you can just simply click on Demo and click and check which Enviro tiers that you want to use. And thanks for letting us know that there is a typo here. We are going to fix it. So you can simply just click on this. What is the tier 0? So this demo is tier 0. We have we are releasing 3 tiers. When you connect your wallet, you're going to see three tiers. And demos are 3 versions of those 3 tiers too. So we have a tier 1 demo of the actual tier 1. We have a tier 2 version of actual tier 2, and so on and so forth. So what are the limitations on these tiers? Basically, they replicate any limitation that exists on actual tier. Let's say on actual tier 1, you cannot import, you cannot access to a specific asset library. In tier 0, 1, which is this one, demo 1, you would have the same limitation as well. Same for other tiers. But on top of that, tier zeros or demos or these 3 that you see here have additional limitation. One is that they have 30 minutes timer, means that each after 30 minutes you would be automatically logged out. You can go back, log in, hop in again and again, over and over, as long as you want. But it has like it's like a Zoom meeting. When you use a free tier, then there is a time limit on it. Second one, the output file. When you create some imagery, when you take some beautiful shots, unfortunately it has some watermark on it to make sure that people do not use it for commercial use. Third one is that it doesn't have saved layout, means that the changes you make inside the game or the application does not save, you cannot save it. And if you hop back again after 30 minutes, you have to start from scratch. Basically, it's being built to give you a taste what Enviro looks like, how capable is this application, and actually allows you to enjoy the application, but not for commercial use. Okay, so I would just try one of these, tier 1, confirm. I guess here I'm just going to make this bigger. Perfect. So that's tier 1 demo. We call it tier 00-1. You see, very easy way to understand this is from this timer on the top left. It has 30 minutes counter, and it just like counts down until it gets to 0, and unfortunately logs you out. But 30 minutes should be enough to enjoy, and then you can just hop back. So that's one thing. And then you see the save layout is not working as well. It says that you need at least tier 1 to enjoy this feature. And the rest of features that I'm going to go through every one of these in actual tiers is that if the tier 1 cannot have primitive package of assets and it belongs to tier 3, then it would be the same here. So you need actual tier 3 to enjoy that feature. But another nice feature is that you can just log out, go to demo again, and then try tier 3 demo. And you would see if you go to that build mode, because tier 3 has primitive package enabled, you can use it within demo version of tier 3 as well. So this is basically the limitation. But again, the save layout is not there. The the counter is there, and if you take any beautiful images, you would see that there is a watermark on the image. Just making sure that people do not keep using this and photo montage and put Photoshop image here and escape purchasing Enviro. So yeah, that's just to protect our owners. Okay, I'm going to log out. I can hit escape here and then log out. And here we tested demo versions, and now let's see how things works with Connect Wallet. So Enviro, sorry, Enviro is a desktop application. It means that every file will be stored locally, and you actually own something. It's not just something on the web that if web server goes down, then you own nothing in the name of NFT. But anyhow, It's everything is local, but the authentication is based on blockchain because you have to have an NFT. It means that the application needs to communicate with another with a web app to make sure that you own an NFT and you can import your NFTs. I'm going to activate the full screen here. So there, when you okay, it's easier here. When you click on Connect Wallet, this is what happens. It gets you to a page automatically, and it asks you just connect your wallet. You select your wallet. Right now, only Phantom Wallet is supported, but we are working on adding additional wallets as well. But right now, only Phantom Wallet. You just click on it, and because I've already like logged in with the wallet, it detects. It's very well-designed application, I would say, that it detects what tier you have in your wallet. It doesn't matter how many of those tiers you have because you only need one of those. If you own more than one tier 3, that would be considered as investment, not as, it doesn't bring you more benefit while using the application. So it detected that my wallet has tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3 in it. And also it detected what NFTs I do have in the wallet. You might have a lot of junk NFTs as well. This is a new wallet I just created to make sure I don't have many junk NFTs. But you can simply select all of this by selecting this bottom, or you can just select the one that you want to import into the application. It's your choice. I would just select all of them. And on top of that, there is additional tab, Ethereum. We promised that, and it's here. So I do not have MetaMask installed here, but it's very simple. You just connect your MetaMask and it detects your NFTs from your Ethereum wallet, and boom, it's that simple. All of the complications behind the scene is happening running in our like web servers. All you have to see is only this. It detects your NFTs. The tiers you don't have is grayed out, and you're verified to use tier 1 or 2 or 3, and then you just select your NFTs if you want to import them into the application as well, and all you have to do is just click on run enviro. This might take a couple of tries because it's based on blockchain. It's like you sending something, NFTs or some Solana to another wallet. Sometimes it takes a while, and so if you click once and nothing happens, you can see on the enviro like page. If nothing happens, you just click a couple of times, nothing bad is going to happen. Boom. It just it detected. Uh, the application detected based on these tier 1, 2, 3 that was highlighted above. It allows you, it unlocks tier 1, 2, and 3 here. Tier 4, I have to buy it. You can just click on this. It goes to a link, but not today. It's Magic Eden link, and other tiers would be released slowly, and you would see them here as well. Okay, so I would maximize this window. Okay, let's start with tier 1. You just select the tier that you own and confirm. All right. Ledger and Phantom is still connecting Phantom Wallet, I believe. Yep. Okay, so congrats. You verified that you own tier 1 and 2 and 3. Now we can start trying the tiers. Just for your information, every 15 minutes, the application runs the code behind the scene to make sure that you still own that NFT. So if you sell that NFT or if you transfer it to another wallet, the application is smart enough to detect that, and it would politely and gently ask you to leave, or it just like kicks you out. Uh, and then you go back to the same window, connect wallet, and then you have to verify. Each time you log out or close the application, you have to do that again. Okay, so enviro is, for those who are maybe new here, is a premium virtual art gallery. Is the most high is the highest quality metaverse application that is out there, and it's being built on top of Unreal Engine 5 that is proven to be the highest standard in the industry, in gaming industry. So it's a very scalable application, means that it can support millions, if not billions, of geometries. What that means in simple word, you can use the highest quality 3D assets and geometries like sofas, furnitures, lightings, sculpture, anything without any issues. It handles everything in the background. It supports real-time, they call it Lumen, means that real-time ray tracing and global illumination. In simple word, you can play with daylight with one click and does all the calculation for you. So I would try to not talk about the technical features here. We can have different sessions on that. I would just here I would simplify everything for you and talk about what's here and what you can do here. So first of all, everything in Enviro is like a game. You can do it. Most of them you can do it. Use it like sorry, you can use them via shortcuts, your keyboard shortcuts. So if you're a pro user, you can actually start using remembering those key bindings very quick. There are a few of them, and then it can kind of accelerate your speed. So first thing I would do when I enter, I would hit control. If you see on the lower right, when you hit control, it's free movement, free rotation. I hit control again, or I can click on it with mouse. You take control over your mouse, basically this cursor. You can, then you can start interacting with menus. When you're good, then you can just hit control and then you can walk into a space. And if you're happy with the space, you just want like no more design for now and you want to just experience it, there is another shortcut on the lower left. You see tab hides UI. It's kind of pro mode. That's it. That's for when you want to experience a space. If you want to like change something, again hit tab. You get the menu back, but it still is in the motion mode. And then I hit control, take over my cursor, and then I can start clicking around. We have two modes of movement as well. We have run and we have drone. Run is based on the human heights. There is no ups and down. It's just like walking. And if there is a stair, it actually walks on top of a stair. So it understands the physics, the geometry around it. But sometimes you want to kind of, move more freely, given for design or like, having fun, capturing the screen to create some movies, etc. Then you simply uh, use this, I don't remember the name of the key, and then you go to drone mode. Now we can go move forward, back, left, right, and up and down. And if you do not remember all of these shortcuts, it's very easy. Lower left, info and help. It tells you what to do. And this part is the easy part. Run, drone, hand, movement, WSAD, typical on every like a standard games. And if you want to go up and down, you use just E and Q. Simple. And then it tells you about the music player as well. Okay, so now I'm in the drone mode and I took over my cursor. This is easier for me to just navigate around and have a better view of what's going on. Oh yeah, look at that. Just let's have fun for a sec. Whenever I stop here, I can't really control myself. I have to do something. Okay, I love it. All right, another beautiful feature of the Enviro. Well, you're spending some time here, you have to have fun, right? Then we have integrated music player here. All you have to do, you just click on this menu button and then you see a list of preloaded musics. These are all licensed music, so feel free to use it. Feel free to use it even commercially. Put this music on top of your screen captures and create videos. Just make sure that you credit that this, I know, video capture has been built using Enviro app, because That's the licensing term that's been mandated by the artist itself. So you can simply just click on it and it start playing. You can hear, stop it, play it, mute it, and we can actually play with volume of this specific, like in the music here as well. Click on it, it starts from scratch. So I'm gonna stop it here. So that was like controlling the audio for specific musics for music background, but we have other elements in the space, different assets like media players and browser that they have their own volume control. And if you like, you can go to settings and then in the audio and you can change the audio level globally. It means that in all application and all of the assets, including the music player. If you feel that your video card GPU is not strong enough, you can just change things here, especially like, lower the texture quality. Can start with medium because I have a very strong and beefy system. So I take advantage of it, and then I just go for cinematic. You see not much of difference because if I go lower, because enviro application is smart enough to detect your hardware and does the setting adjustment accordingly automatically. So you shouldn't see much difference if you have a very strong GPU. And then you see the control here. Right now I'm in the drone mode. Let's say I want to like create some beautiful screen capture and put it on, I don't know, Twitter, Instagram. Like, let's say I want to make a pan. I would just lower the drone speed and I hit tab, and then I play a beautiful music. Maybe this one. No, that was too much. And then hit left, hit tab again, and then capture the screen. And all I'm doing just pressing one button and I'm creating a professional video. Well, congrats. This might cost you thousands if you ask someone to build that piece of movie for you. Perfect. We are going to have a lot of fun with just that video creation because that's what gets the most attention on social media. All right. Uh, so that was the music player. We talk about these. You can escape, or I'm just going to cancel it. You see there is no timer because this is actual enviro. We talk about help. We talk about settings. Let me bring the speed back to something. Yeah, this makes sense. Cool. You can even change the acceleration and deceleration. This is very nice. See, it doesn't stop like that. And then turn rate for your camera. If you want to do a fast thing. So, okay. Audio, video, we talk about it. Perfect. So everything just simply, like super simplified for you. You just like, click on it. It's all self-explanatory. There's nothing crazy here. And with a couple of clicks, you can adjust your enviro based on your likings. Okay, now let's talk about the core features, which are these menus. Let me put it on the better background. Okay, just a sec. Okay, now let's start with daylight. That's one of the most impressive feature of enviro. That's something I would say is very critical because one of like lighting in general is one of the most complicated thing in CGI computer graphics. And when it comes to art and art showcase and design art galleries, lighting is the most critical factor in design. And it's always the most challenging one as well. And Enviro makes it super simplified and easy for you. You just click on it. Oh, sorry. Uh, Guys, can you hear me properly now? Ladies, okay, thank you. Sorry, guys. Okay, so daylight, super easy for you. You just choose the time of the day, date, and the month. It does everything for you. Can have sunset, can have sunlight, dusk, etc. So for those who are into 3D design, they know that like changing light from this to this and then creating such a high quality image can take a whole night. And we are doing that like 60, 90 frame per second in real time. And this is like impressive. And we did a lot of we went through a lot of optimization processes to make sure that doing this does not affect the performance of the application. It would be really hard to go back. But right now, I'm not going to focus on how impressive are these features. I'm just going to walk you through how to use the application. Also, you have you can change the amount of light per that sky you can receive because daylight in California is different than daylight in Copenhagen, let's say, during the day. And same for skylight brightness. This is a very nice feature as well that does a lot of cool stuff for you. Anyhow, so and then the most important piece is a build mode. What is build mode? Is a mode that you start building things. When you click on that, you see some features being some menus being show up on the right side. Yes, now you can see them. So if I'm in the daylight, you don't see those. Each like menu that you click on, you're gonna see their own kind of sub menus or sub adjustments on the right side. So let's go for the build mode. What are those? A snapping. So by default, the rotation snap is 5 degrees, means that if you click on an object and rotate it, it's gonna rotate on 5 degree increments. And then same, you can adjust it for location snap. We put it on 0 for now. You can rotate, do crazier stuff. If you're not happy, just reset the rotation or the location. And this one is a very, very interesting thing that I'm going to talk about it. The free transform that makes real difference means that it allows you to customize and move everything in this environment. Beside the architectural layout, literally everything. And then if you're not happy with an object, you can just simply click on it and then hit delete. That's it. Let's start from here. There's a menu here. There's asset library. This is a default asset library, and it's different between tiers. Let's say if I click on primitive, it tells you only tier 3 and up can have it. If I click on toys, it tells you tier 4 and up can have it. Those are highlighted, means that it's available in this tier. And if you click on all, it shows everything that is being shipped with these tiers and with this tier up and wide up. There are hundreds of them, if not thousands. And you can, if you know the name, you can actually search it here. Perfect. That's a pro feature. So enviro, all of the enviro tiers comes loaded, preloaded with default asset library, so you don't have to pay extra for that. The higher the tier, the more assets you're going to get, the more categories of assets you're going to get. So these default asset libraries that are different between tiers are free for use, free of charge. You don't have to pay for them. Later on, we are going to have different asset packs that are not included in the default asset library, and if you like them, you can purchase them separately through module or USDC. Okay, so look at the categories. Let's say chairs. There are some beautiful chairs here, and of course, this is my favorite. Okay, I'm in Toronto. There are many little days that are sunny, and that's why I always enjoy playing with daylight here inside Enviro. Okay, I just click, it was super easy. I click on the item and then I hold my mouse key, my left mouse key, and it understands the surfaces and it tries to snap on every surface. And this is awesome because I can literally create I don't know, furniture showroom. Blah, blah, blah. Where is my spider? This is my spider. And connecting, no, you cannot go outside on this tier. Higher tiers you can go. Uh, so basically, I can connect and attach things even on the wall, or I can click on it again. When something is not selected, you hover over, you see this orange box, means that you're hovering over, but you're not selecting. You can click on this and now it's being selected. Now I can hold my mouse, click and drag, and boom. You can even put this spider on the ceiling. Same for this. So you can attach any asset to any surface, which is a pretty advanced feature. Another important thing, so let's start going back from this. I click on the asset. If you see here free transfer, if I click on that, this is a snapping. Right now we are in a snapping mode, means that if you want to go to free transfer mode, you click on free transfer mode. And now you're in free transfer mode. If you want to go to a snapping mode, then you click on a snapping mode. What's the difference? On a snapping mode, you just can drag and drop and snap the object to the surface. It's much easier to adjust things, and it's for non-pro users. But sometimes you want to do some craziest stuff. Let's say, uh, let's bring this little guy here. Oh, it's big, right? Don't worry, we have a scale factor. Can make it bigger, make it smaller, or you can even type here. Let's say zero point 0.1. No, that's not fair. Okay, this is good. Now I want this like an astronaut being floating in space. So I don't want it to be a snap on any surface. I just hit the free transfer and you see this gizmo, these three arrows. So these three arrows are not just move arrows. They all, let me change the speed of my drone and remove the acceleration. Okay. So with these arrows, you can move on the z-axis, on the y-axis, x-axis, and the y-axis. You can also click on the rotation axis, and then you just with your middle mouse wheel, you can just rotate it on that direction. I can rotate it on this direction as well, and then this direction, maybe like this. That's cool. Let me see. I want it to float a bit more, like this. Boom. That's how we did for these spheres as well. Anything that is floating above, you just can do it. You can reset rotation and location again, and if you wanted to bring it back and adjust it, snap it to the surfaces, just activate the snapping mode, click on it, drag, and it does it. And now you can reset the rotation or location, the original place. Easy. If you don't like it, just delete it. You can drag and drop another one. Easy. So when you select it, when you are on the snapping mode, not the free transfer, I can just move my middle mouse wheel and it just rotates. I can, make more micro adjustments, or I can make it faster. Boom, boom, boom. And it's great, this grid snapping, very good for, designing something very logical, clean. Let's say you want to like design a showroom. Okay, so this is, I guess, dragging and dropping. I don't like this one. Same goes for sofa. You have a lot of sofa. Uh, you can just like drag and drop, design a kit rooms. You have different, tables, furniture, magazines. It's it couldn't be easier than this, honestly. That's awesome. As an architect, I would say if I had access to this tool, uh, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, I would be a super rich person because it gives you a very unfair advantage over other people. Okay, lights is a very important category. Let's have fun with this. Well, while we are doing this, why not we get out of Enviro Tier 1? I guess log out and then go for Tier 2. Here, Again, we have to connect wallet. Each time you log out, you have to connect wallet. Excuse me. Okay, connect wallet again. It uh, it does open the same kind of browser page. You want to bring your stuff? Yeah, I want to bring all of them. Run enviro. I click a couple of times. It detected. Perfect. And now I can choose, let's say, tier 2 and confirm. I activate the hand mode. So this is tier 2. It's the size drastically increased. I go to draw mode. Ceiling height is much bigger. It's a very big space, and you can have many artworks and artboards installed in this space. So I'm not going to give you a tour on the actual spaces because you can do it right after this demo, but I'm just trying to play with features on each tier. Okay, go back to build mode. Let's talk about light here. To try the light, I guess the best thing is to lower the sunlight, daylight. Maybe this beautiful, wow, that's cool actually. I want to adjust it a bit more. Okay, that should be good. All right, let's start. Okay, this is good, good place. Like anything else, every object here, you can just delete them. Simple. I don't like this artwork, delete them. So light. We have different type of lightings here. Some of those are meant to be like hanging lights. Some of those are floor lights and etc. You can just cycle through them. There are many different versions, and design styles are all impressive. And yeah, I mean, these are like high quality, highest quality models that you can find in marketplaces. We purchase them commercially mostly, and we optimize them and actually, made them work for this application. Let's just start with this very simple one that I like. You know, like any other object, it snaps to the surface. And while you're drag and dropping, it actually shows you the effect of the light in the space. Boom. I want it to be slightly bigger. I don't like that much of intensity. Maybe this. Yep. Attenuation radius is very important. How far this light affects the world. Real light. Okay. This seems very good. Texture. This is light profile. These are based on real, like, industry kind of spec sheets or standards that you can extract these data from Philips website, from Samsung, from, all of these light manufacturers. And you can just try it, all of this, and it gives you the result in real time. You can just play around this. Beautiful. There are like many, I guess 30, 25, 30 different features here. And then you can change the intensity again, edge hardness. If you want it like soft, I like it like this. And of course, you can play with the, oh, sorry. You can play with the color. Just enjoy using this. I can't say anything more, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna have fun with this. So we have different lights. That was like one type of light. There is another type, or like these. These are like fluorescent, like emissive lights that they don't have direction, but they have, they're like, what they call it omni light as well. It's like they don't have, they kind of enlighten the whole scene. Depends on the intensity that they have. Let's go for bluish, cyberpunkish. So you see how easy it is to design this space. Of course, we have many different, like, you can attach some lights to the wall. You can put lights on the floor. I'll let you to explore this to make this video shorter. And you have even group kind of lights. And these are, and I can, play with the scale. That's another beautiful feature. Say put this, lower the intensity. This time, let's put these two back. And just to have for having fun, I click on this and I rotate my mouse wheel, and I have this animation. And if you're capturing the scene, you just had some fun. Okay, sorry. uh, I promise not playing too much around today, but i can't I can't stop myself. Okay, so that was light. Feel free to play around. They have a lot of minor adjustments for you available here. Just playing with these couple of sliders, you can do some crazy stuff here. Anyhow, then we have props. Props are same as like furniture and other 3D assets. It's just different category. You can put them here. You can make them smaller. Oh, sorry. Put them here. Make them smaller, bigger, and you know that's a mirror. Okay, uh, that's it. And then we get to the artboard. Let's get out of tier 2 and then try the artboard on tier 3. Oh no, there's something important here actually. Let's bring the sunlight back. And now I go to one of the other rooms. Maybe this one, or this one, this one. Okay. So, like any other 3D assets, you can just click on these artboards and it gives you their own menu on the right side. Here, artboards come with default assets. Oh, this is me, of course. This is Mr. J, and this is this belongs to Mr. Polly, our most persistent supporter of TensorBox. Uh, and then yeah, so you have these default assets, different tensor boxes, different Polybox, Dojo box, and tone boxes. And if you remember, back in the application, you selected on your NFTs to import them as well, right? And they are actually here, right for you. So let me change this window size. So these NFTs are same as these. What application did was that it detected your wallet, it went on the blockchain, it downloaded the artworks related to your, that was available inside your wallet, within your wallet, and then download them in a specific folder and send them to Enviro and made them available for Enviro. So you don't need to know what's happening behind the scene. All you had to do was select all, run Enviro, and it does everything automatically for you. So, and I can just with click, I can change things. Um, yep. So there are different types of artboards. We're going to talk about them in tier 3. But what I wanted to remind you here is that tier 1 and 2 are meant for personal use. What that means is not and not business. It means that you cannot import local artworks. So if you don't have these artworks, this NFT in your wallet, then you cannot actually import this image into Enviro. You only can import images like as only if they are in NFT format, not from your local PC. So if I click on this, and if I click import, it tells you need tier 3 and up to import local files. There is another limitation for tier 2 is that we don't have media player, which is a very nice feature in tier 3 and up. Basically, if most of the Ethereum based NFTs, those mostly expensive ones, there are dynamic medias, and and of course tier 3 and up is the natural choice for NFT Ethereum NFT holders or people who want like kind of work with NFT, Ethereum NFT collectors. Anyhow, but the browser is something else, and I'm going to showcase that on tier 3, which is the larger space, and it's available on every other tiers. Okay, so the limitation for tier 1 and 2, the most important limitation is that you cannot import local artworks and you don't have media player. And of course, the asset library, material library, there are some limitations as well. And let's get out of this and hop on tier 3. I'm going to exit, log out. I would do the same process, very quick, connect wallet, opens up. Yes, I still have that. I select all of these, uh, yeah, for entering a new tier, you might have to select this again. Couple of clicks here, done, easy. Select tier 3, confirm. Okay, welcome to tier 3. This is a much larger space. There's a corridor here. There's a big space here. And there's a corridor, another space out there, and it has an interior courtyard, which is a very nice addition. And it has another courtyard here. It's perfect for business meetings down the road. And it has a beautiful kind of, sculpture form on the wall here, another courtyard here. So tier 3 is the first tier that is meant to be used for businesses. Why? We just talk about it. You can actually go to build mode and artboard. I can select different types of artboards, different shapes, and underneath each of them, you have different templates, like different sizes, or you can just, define your size here and then create one, or you can lock the aspect ratio and define your size and then create one. You just click on it and you just move your mouse. It attaches to your wall immediately, and you see the reflection, everything perfect. Okay, now I brought my NFTs like tier 2, but I do have this option as well, which is very neat and cute. Import. And you don't see my screen because it's on the other display, but let's say, okay, yeah. And I'm going to import something that you already saw, is cute ones. Yes, that's a tier 7 artworks. That's going to be minted it's already minted, and that's going to be available for upgrade fairly soon. On these lovely kitties. See, yeah, our passes are even more artistic than any other NFT arts out there. Anyhow, so yeah, what that means is that you can work with artists, with businesses to incorporate their artworks, their products for marketing, for showcase, and you just simply charge them. And it's just a couple of clicks for you. It's not even a minute, and you can charge them all day long. Just think about millions of artists on Instagram and how easy it could be to attract them and showcase their artwork in such a high quality space, and actually even create some video for them in minutes. Anyhow, so that, if I click on it, I can import as many artworks as I want, all of them like I stored on my local drive. And yeah, it's that's the main difference. And another difference is, oh sorry, I'm going to delete this one. Another main difference is the media player. It's a very important feature again. There are some defaults, default sizes. Let's say, I don't know, I go with this. There are some default medias. By the way, you can just play them. Some of you have seen this. Uh, anyone hears the sound of the video? Yes, no. No, great. Okay, so but I hear it. Basically, this media has sound. First of all, you can. This video is hundreds of megabytes. So Enviro can actually import fairly large size, only MP4. Just that you know, only MP4, but can import fairly large file sizes. and without any lag. And it has attenuation radius, means that you don't hear it, but I can hear it. When I get close to this, it's very loud, and if I get away from it, let's say this much, I don't even hear it. It means that you can have many of these TVs, and imagine you walk to this room, you hear that, you walk to that room, you hear that one, but not this one, which is fairly interesting feature. And you can even loop this and then play them. Play, pause, loop, and see there is no degradation on quality. I can actually zoom in. Look at this. 4K textures within that movie, which is playing within Enviro in 4K resolution on a 4K monitor. So this is a power of Enviro. There is no other application out there. They call it metaverse or non-metaverse that can handle that much of like workload in real time. And you see there is, I mean, you can experience it yourself, but there is absolutely zero lag here. This is like 60 plus frame per second. And while I'm doing that, I don't like this size. Let's go and, well, let's go do this. Browser. So what is the browser? It's browser. It's your, it's similar your Chrome browser, right? It's just a replicate of a person's desktop browser. And you can just drag and drop. It has a default modular website on it. Click on this and you go to edit mode. If anyone work in like VR environment, this HUD, they call it HUD, HUD, it's immersive, means that it moves in 3D space. And it's being designed, instead of you playing, click on things here that might be a bit harder, you just edit it. Oh, by the way, you can always, change the size. I would like to lock the aspect ratio. It's a very nice feature. Thanks for suggesting this feature by community. I just lock it and make it bigger. I move it like this. Feels good to me. And now I edit the content. You have different shortcuts to different websites: trading views, ESPN, Spotify, Twitch, Twitter, Netflix, whatever, Google. Just let you know this is Enviro. This is meant for personal use. Means that you're replicating your browser, desktop browser here. It's like adding another TV to your basement. So everything's good. When we add, in terms of licensing, when we add multiplayer features into Enviro, it might get a bit tricky, and we might have to lock some features to make sure that we abide by law and licenses. Let's go to YouTube. I know. Should I put some kitties? Or should I just play, I don't know, let's say everyone. Yeah, I'm old, so that's the last song I've heard, I remember. Let's put this. Again, you see this is a browser, right? I don't want any offer. Welcome to Canada. Duration of advertisement is almost 3 times than US. Sorry. You have to wait, wait, wait. Perfect. I just put it and then apply. You don't hear it, but it's perfect. And you can see the quality again, refresh rate, everything perfect. And just let you know, this is a very taxing kind of uh, feature on the system, especially when you run it within another application. So I'm just quickly gonna have some fun here. And then put some materials. Hmm, maybe default. Hmm. Maybe put some lights. Not bad. Some furnitures. Perfect. Easy. You can basically design your own home cinema and start watching, I don't know, next football game. And I mean, I can, you have to experience yourself. It's easiest thing that you know. Okay, and while I'm doing that, I can again assign materials, I can change the daylight, I can change and design the furniture while I'm watching that movie. And one of the most interesting material packs that we have that is for tier 2 and up is the emissive category. Let me just try this. Boom. Okay, now we have a cinema. And all of these, still you don't see any performance hit on the movie. We changed light, we changed textures, we added emissive material, we moved around. Nothing happened. The application just support everything that it's like on your mark. You order the application what to do, it does it for you. You don't need to know anything what's happening behind the scene, which is fairly impressive. Oh, this I want. Yeah, look at this. Hmm. Now the artboard itself is emissive as well. Maybe some tiles here, or maybe some golden thing. Anyhow, I'm going to just click on this, edit, and then stop the application. Okay. So you can browse, you can actually, put different presentations. Imagine like, you put one browser here and you have a presentation online, or maybe some charts, live chart of the trading view. And you can actually do it. You just click on this, go here. You can Google search trading view, and also we put trading view, shortcut for you here somewhere. It's trading view. You can just log in and then go to charts. And all of these data will be stored locally. So that's a good thing about local apps that we don't record your keystrokes, which is I guess pretty good feature not to have. Anyhow, ESPN, whatever, and then just apply. So you can like put up your online presentation on this wall, another one on that wall, and then you actually walk through with the camera and put some music on or talk over, voiceover, and in minutes you have a fully immersive videos that could be used for educational purposes and uploaded on YouTube or Twitch, even live stream this on Twitch like what I'm doing right now, right? Just designing your space with the content you want, and that's all you have to do. Let me get rid of this distractive thing. Okay. Yep. All right. So what else that we need to, if something is not available, this is for tier 5 and up, then it just tells you. Let's go for camera. Very, very important feature. Here, I guess we have something good to play with. On top of daylight exposure that we played around, the camera itself, like DSLR camera, professional camera, you can adjust the exposure within the, camera itself. Let's say I do this. You can adjust exposure 3 times. Oh, 5 times, sorry. -5 to 5. Just let you know, you have to have in real life, you have to have a camera like, a Hasselblad with like $30,000 digital back that can do this without introducing any noises. But, thanks to Enviro and digital board, we have all of those for free here. Okay, I just changed things. Uh, you know, Very easy. No explanation is needed, right? Zoom in, camera height, turn rate if you want to like rotate it and grab capture a screen for movies, the aperture, one of the most important one. Look at this. Again, this is a functionality of like multi-thousand-dollar lenses. I just go there and then I can start adjusting the focus point. Look at that. Increase the aperture just a bit. This is the focal. Yep. And now let's have some fun with emissive material here. It's bunny. Okay. All right. And then go back here. Maybe again. And you see here, click. Again, shortcut is C. Click C. Done. Go to gallery. Congrats. You took a very, very professional photo that is really hard to like grab, like capture that shot in real life, and you might spend thousands of dollars on lighting and settings and staging to create such a shot. And you can have as many as you want, and you can locate it on your hard drive, or if you are if you're even taking order for customers or clients, you can just take this, grab these shots and email them something at something.com, and then you can put subject like normal email and the body of text. Just let you know it comes from a no reply.enviro at moduluk.com, from like it will be sent from our mail server, and it will clearly, whatever text you put here or not putting here, underneath that it would clearly say that we and Vito are not responsible for what you guys are doing, so please don't abuse this because it comes from our server. But legally we tell them we are not responsible, and put we mask out the wallet address that is connected to this enviro, which is you. We show the first four digit and last four digit of your wallet address that says that this has been sent from this wallet address. But we are masking out your wallet address for your privacy, and we don't keep any logs in our servers. Okay, so that was the email feature. Yep, so easy. I close the gallery again. Let's say I want to have different mood. That was too much. Oh, that was too much. And I want to have this beautiful metallic look, and then some colorful paints here, and there, maybe another shot. All I'm doing is hit C. You have this, you have that. So you have a full image viewer within the environment. Honestly, you can become a professional 3D artist on Instagram overnight, because creating such an imagery takes years of acquiring skills, different 3D skills, rendering, lighting, and you have to spend thousands and thousands of licenses and different hardware to grab a shot like this. But I'm pretty sure many of you become a 3D artist, metaverse 3D artist, in the next days or so, with many followers on Instagram or Twitter. Okay, just don't do it, please. But I know that you would do it. Okay, that was the gallery and the camera. Everything is self-explanatory here, nothing crazy. And you see, while you want to take picture, you see these guides as well to help you if you want to like take a shot that needs a straight line, very professional. Let's say I want this artwork to be exactly, aligned with these lines, and then focus points over there. Cool. And then let's say time of the day, some lights over there, or maybe not. Lower this one. Let's change this material. Maybe I just increase these. Some beautiful daylights. from the side. And now these lines, I want it to be perfectly aligned, perfectly aligned. You have degrees here, you have these vertical lines, and then take another picture or use shortcut. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. So when we talk about photography, we mean professional photography that anyone can do. Okay, gallery, we talk about it, and then point of interest or POI. I spend a lot of time to find that perfect shot. What I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to save that location. I spend some good time, and clients actually wants the specific shot. So let's say, and we want to refer to back to this later on. I just saved this one too, and then I want to have a wider view here. I reset camera here, and I want this too. Now, boom, boom, boom. Down the road, when we have multiplayer in larger spaces, people might get lost because there are going to be multi-floor. Actually, you can use this point of interest to make sure that you get back on places that you are looking for. So, but this is very good for kind of presentation mode. Let's say you're doing a presentation about crypto trading, and you have different displays on different walls, and you want to like quickly switch back and forth, and from this display to that, instead of walking, you just like set it up like this, click over, and you can have as many point of interest as you want. Cool. That was the point of interest. And now let's have some fun. Save layout. This is one of the most advanced feature that we have in enviro, and it's actually, compared to 3D design software, it's very advanced too. What it does, it saves that moment, not the location. Whatever you designed, if you change the light, if you change the focus point, if you change the material, if you change objects, different layout and composition of the space, removing that partition, adding more, some furniture here, move the stuff around, you can actually save them. And that's why we talk about Tier 3 is meant for businesses, because you can quickly design different showrooms out of one space and save all of those layouts. With one click, you can change everything. This, like, they call it variant management. So creating variations is a standard practice industry, and it's a very expensive and costly thing. So look at this. Well, this is the default kind of environment. Let me delete this screen. Okay, this is basically what you see when you enter tier 3. Okay, I want to save this. Just save this as a default. And now, just count how many moves that I need to do. Move 1, no light. Perfect. Move 2, let's bring a primitive something. Move 3, let's add a emissive material. Move 4, let's adjust the exposure, and congrats. You created a shot that we created for Enviro on Twitter page that had hundreds of likes and reactions. 4 moves, 4 clicks. That's all takes to get to this point. And I want to save it for sure. You can delete these. I just save it. Let's customize it more. Next version, I don't want this. I want this here. Maybe I want it to be rotated like this. Maybe a bit over there. I want that one. I right click, get out of select mode, and select the other one. Maybe that was good. I put it here. I put some emissive materials on these frame. Oh, sorry, I need to put on this frame. I put back the concrete material that was based here. Go to emissive, put this orangish here, or maybe a bit greenish, more so. Yeah, greenish here, and then put a blue frame on behind the scene. Lower the exposure. I'm going to put a media player on this wall, maybe not this version. Yes, no, not vertical, not this one. I just changed all of these last night. Okay, this one, play one of the movies that I like, loop it. I can actually adjust the volume for that movie separately from other movies. I put it here, and then I just right click, get out of that, click on this one, and put king, your highness there. No, your highness didn't look good there. I just put it like this. All right, and then I save this layout too. Okay, layout one. Remember that, right? We had four moves. You know, we changed daylight, we changed the location, we changed objects, we changed material, we changed everything with 4 clicks, and that's space number 3. Show me one application on planet Earth that can do this. Simple. So, and tier 3 has this primitive and more importantly partition category. What is the partition category? These partitions that you see. You can start designing and defining the space. So I can just click on this, no, and then loop it back. Let's put another beautiful artboard here, maybe browser. Oh, that's a perfect sizing. And lock it, maybe this, and you have to be here because I can hear all of the music. It's very, very amusing. Okay, I get close to this. I hear this loud and clear. I get close to that. I hear loud and clear. And they're running 4K resolution, and I see and feel no performance hit. And I go to settings, control. Let's lower the drone speed to even lowest. And what I'm gonna do is this: I move it and I'm capturing the screen. While I'm getting closer to this screen, I'm going to hear this one. When I'm getting closer to that one, I'm going to hear that one. And you know what I'm talking about. Boom. Okay, so I guess you got the idea here. There is not much actually to talk about here. We talk about daylight, build mode, all of the asset libraries that are available to you. We talk about this, materials. There are many textures and materials. All of them are highest quality 4K to 8K textures. They're really impressive to play around. Luxury materials, luxury look, and let's go for this furniture. I would just even load the default daylight to see the materials even easier for you. Perfect. And then the fabric is very fun. Uh, you can, adjust them one by one. This is like, sci-fi-ish, fashion looking, whatever fabric. Guess the drone speed is a bit too much. And then, yeah, You just like, play around with these. They're really fun. And, you know, literally, there's no limitation to what you can do with this. Say you're designing a showroom for a client, right? How many options you have at your disposal? Whatever. Okay, so that was like, you have marbles, metals, many, many, many versions, and uh, tiles, wood. Wood flooring is actually, we have wood that is designed mostly for walls. Uh, if you want to design a cottage-like thing for yourself, and many, many, many variations for sure. And then we have wood flooring with the scratches. Let me go. Look at this. Sorry, I did not get a chance to clean this up. But, you got the idea. All of these little details in the application, all of those reflections, scratches, everything is there. So we have paint. So this is my favorite categories of materials because I just love play around with these different colors and moods. If you've seen the last tweet that we have, the puffy is floating above. They're all done with this, and all of the textures are from this paint category. And we talk about emissive, of course. Oh, do you want to create some sort of uh, matrix-looking showroom for, I don't know, for IKEA maybe? Let's go concrete here. You're good. And let's put emissive over there. I know this is too much, right? Let's bring opacity down. No more skylights for now. Camera exposure down. Guess maybe this one. No, that one is. Oh, let's go up. Yeah, this one. Let's remove this artboard for now and click on this. Boom. Snap it around. You can delete these. I don't want them right now. This is good. Let's move it here. Oh, by the way, you can move stairs. It snaps there in tier 3. And, you can walk up there. You can put artboards up there. But let me delete these very quick. And I can save these changes for sure. And then I guess I want this shot, this. Let me go and adjust the lines very quick. Okay, I believe this is a nice shot. I just save it as new point of interest, this specific kind of location. I rotate this and go for sofa. I know. Let's design something for IKEA and rate them, right? They will love what we do. And then some tables maybe in front of them. Some props. Mm, some sculpture on this wall. Let's rotate it. Okay, feels good. No, doesn't actually. Partition, furniture maybe. Again, let's put some. Okay, you got the idea. Easy. And then I can simply save this as a new layout. So furniture doesn't need to be on the ground. It can be hung from ceiling or whatever. It can just attach to anything. I'm just trying to imagine when multiplayer is activated, it would be pretty interesting to see like people are going to see things from different perspective, and actually some of the community people suggested, what if people like furniture can snap to different surfaces? Someone's walking from ceiling, someone's on the wall, and it would be a mess, but it would be some sort of inception thing in enviro. But anyhow, I guess that's all I have for today. I know there are a lot of questions. We are going to take on questions on the chat room, and moderators are going to be super active for sure in the chat room. Like 2 minutes 5 minutes after this, I'm going to put an announcement with the proper link to download Enviro and start enjoying your Enviro. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Thanks for all the supports from December 19, 2021. And this being a journey for us. And honestly, I could not envision we built such a product when we started this project. The scope of this project was much, much smaller than this today, and now it's becoming something bigger, and the whole modular ecosystem will heavily rely on what we built within Enviro application. Okay, well, thank you again. Thanks for your time and see you on the chat. And make sure to support your project on Twitter. Do not stop. Let's flood the Twitter. Tag every account, every person who deserves to know about Enviro, and let's make it viral. Let's build an army here because this project actually deserves to have an army behind it, and you guys are the best. Thank you so much again, and have a good one.